and welcome back. I know we haven't posted in a while. We are currently probably on day 13, 14 of this project, and we haven't posted anything since day 3. But that doesn't mean we've been slacking off. We've been working. There's been a lot of side projects that are also connected to this project, and it just comes all together. As we told you, we opened up a can of worms. You know, when you start a construction or any kind of project, it always seems that one thing leads to another, and then to another, and then to another, and you never end up doing just what you thought you were going to do. So, as you all know, when we took out what was left of the walls and the sheetrock, or it wasn't even sheetrock, it was like paneling, there was a lot of dampness that we found in the corner of the room, and literally that took probably a good 7 or 8 days to completely dry out. That's with the heater running and so on and so forth. But in the meantime, you know, while we were waiting for that to happen, I took out what was left of all of my books in this room. So there was like 5 or 6, I don't know, shelves, and each shelf was about 12 feet long, full of books. So I packed those up. Those are in another room. My house is a disaster. I didn't realize how much was in this room until we took it out of the room. So we pulled out the books. This is my little cheat sheet. We did a roof repair. So the dampness that was on the corner of the room was due to our old roof, and it needs to be replaced. But we're not doing that this year. We've just started the winter, so you know we have decided to have an Amish group come out, and they do excellent work in this area. We are going to have them do our roof next year, most likely in the spring. But we had to do a temporary repair, otherwise what we were doing here was going to be for nothing. So we went up there and we did a patch and new shingles, and needless to say, it's just to tide us over the winter and then get us into spring so we can get the roof done. Funny story, I left the room for just one moment and went to get some tools and materials, and what do you know? My husband decided to knock out the window when I wasn't in the room. I come back and it's halfway hanging out of the house, and I'm like, I wasn't ready for that. So we did the new window. We also ended up having to get another window. As I told you in the previous video, I thought that the window opening was 34 by 39. The rough ended up being larger than that. It was still 34 across. I got that measurement right, but it ended up being 41. Sorry, the general contractor is complaining that I'm not working. But it was a 41 height. So back to Home Depot, the depot of all things for the home, and we exchanged the window. The window we got ended up being for new construction, not remodel. So we ended up having to cut out some of the cedar shingles that are on the outside of the house, then frame out the window. It was a little bit more involved than what I wanted, but the window is much better as far as the correct size. So we got that done. Then my husband did the electrical. So he put in my outlets, switches. I've got a temporary light in the ceiling where my fixture is going to go, and you've probably seen in the previous video what that fixture looks like. So depending on the editor, wink wink, he might add that picture back in again. We've got some pictures of the work that we were doing. He took pictures of me doing the stuff as I was doing it. But like I told you, this is not an instructional video. I'm not teaching you how to do anything. I find out from YouTube just like you guys. So after we did I did the insulation. I did R13 on the exterior walls, and this is the wall for the bedroom. So I did R11, even though a lot of people say on the interior walls you don't have to do any insulation. We're in the north, and I want the house to be as insulated as possible. So even if this room is a little cooler, at least the bedroom doesn't have to be as cold. So we put in R11 on the interior wall and 13 on the exterior. Then I sheetrocked, I taped and mudded. I still have to do the coating and the sanding. This is 3/4 of the room, because once we finish this side, I can put my books shelf. Obviously, I'm going to have to prime and paint as well. I can put my books back up on the wall and create room in the rest of the house that my books are taking up the room for, with all the stuff that's still left in this room, which is mostly just stored paper goods and crap. So that's where we are. Thank you for tuning in again and being patient with us. I know we don't post often enough. Doing our best. Like I said, he'll insert some pictures as to the work that we've done so far and the progress. And that's where we are now. Like and subscribe. Peace.
It was good.